Oh, what a beautiful sunrise in Quam Quam. Oh, that's new. Hey guys, Boecraft here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Here we are on yet another Quam Quam update. I believe this one is the 4th or the 3rd. I don't know, you guys will know on the title of the video. But, there's quite a bit of stuff that has to do with my Quam Quam map. As you can tell right over here, there is a new building under construction, yes. Me and a friend, we have torn down the old building 3 and we're replacing it with the newer one. It's still under construction, as you can tell. Not sure why this would be a finished building. The flooring still needs to be done and all that fun stuff. And another thing I should note, which you guys probably know already, is I managed to map out the entire continent that this map sits on. So I'll probably have an image of that at the end of the video. I'll do my best to do that. And so that's just one thing. So I've been able to have like some 15 or 16 countries now on this map. Quite a lot. So I really need names, cities, like I need names for a lot of stuff. Like I got a couple of seas to be named, some lakes to be named, maybe a couple of oceans, some straits, some bays, a bunch of names, even towns and nations. So, if you guys can help me on that, please put it down in the comment section down below. And there must be a creeper that went off right there. Okay. So, out here at the Trade Center, I've been able to put in a use for this giant slab of concrete by putting in all the flags of the world that I currently have. So, like right here is Quam Quam. Then we have Luxembourg. And then a nation called San Monica that a friend works on. I don't talk about any of that stuff. This is the flag for Panquita. So, that's something right there. And we got Albanistan, Bloxnia. Here's a new nation's flag called Reciproc. It's the northernmost nation, and it's the largest nation on the map. And we'll visit its capital city called Galkino, some 2.5 kilometers from here. Alright, and this is the flag for the United Civilized States. Let me just squeeze in, so there's that flag. And then another new nation called Kush, that is landlocked, and its capital city is called Rhone, R-O-N-E, and I don't have a waypoint for that one yet. And that's all I got currently, so if you guys want to also give me flag designs, do it. I need your help for anything on this map. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Oh, yes. Also, here's another new building. I was trying to make a building that felt a bit old, like as if there's an original structure, and then they decided to add in an extra floor, which really came out pretty well. And I've been able to do a lot of replacements on stuff all over this map with the new update, especially that corner stair. So I've done that in some houses way over here, as you can tell. Actually, here's a perfect example. Right over here in these houses where I use the corner stairs in the new update. Like here's one that has the new corner stairs, and then here's one that doesn't have the corner stairs. That still needs to be replaced. So not too much work that occurred in Quam City, but now I need to fly out north. Let's take the E-track out north. There's a lot of stuff that occurs north and then in Panquita, pretty much. Oh yeah, and I also discovered my first mushroom biome on this map, just a little bit southeast-ish of Panquita, and Panquita actually owns it. I Not sure what it'll be, probably be like a national park or something. Okay, so we need to fly right on by Central Station, where grass is still growing from the construction. Okay, so we got a couple of stuff out here in the farming areas of the nation. We got a brand new farm right here. Absolutely huge. It's got carrots and potatoes included. It grows almost everything excluding sugarcane. But if I were to lag. Alright, so if I were to line up this just right, like maybe come in like this and fly up, bring it around town, then fly out. If you've recognized what I just did there as the intro for VNS, that's what this house is. It is actually my VNS house. I actually MC edited this thing into it. And actually, let me find the right key. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, I copied the house over. It still has all my stuff from the series, which is pretty amusing, like from anywhere from my first pickaxe to my first diamonds from the village, and it's got like the mossy stone from the and the cocoa beans from the dungeon. It's got like my little table, bookshelf, and up here with my bed minus the tree. And if you probably notice on minimap, there is a new lake. I have constructed a reservoir for the region for like irrigation purposes, pretty much. And I used the lake was pretty shallow, so I used some TNT to blast through a little bit more, as you can tell, probably. There's still some grass that shows how much I move around this map. But if you notice here, there's a little bit of sand. There used to be like a little like spring here, so I guess that is how you can say like how exactly this reservoir got filled was just from a little natural spring. So once again, we must travel north. Currently we're 2 kilometers from Galcano. I think I'm gonna TP out there once when it's time for that. Now I'm just gonna do that so to hide minimap in a quick way. No spoilers. If you notice, there's a few new features in the airport. And this building would feel a bit larger than normal. That's because it is. I actually did also a airport refit. A little tunnel that brings you in. This building is brand new. I just replaced it with a larger guy. I'll do all the interior stuff after the exterior. Here's a unmarked gates from Civil Air. I need to redo their paint scheme, especially with these horizontal lines. What's on the tail I'm going to keep, and it's their colors in their flag. So there's 2 Civil Air aircraft. Head on over to Concourse B. Yeah, B. We have a Cushion airliner. I actually based this aircraft on the Lockheed Electra, which you guys would probably don't know about. So I'm not going to really get into detail on that. If you notice, Concourse B is the same thing as Concourse 1 in the old airport, just it's been moved and rotated. And here's a little turboprop. And one thing, which is right here, a control tower. This location for an airport never had a control tower. Little fun fact for you guys. So yeah, this is the first tower. I didn't put that much effort in that, but because I was just done making this airport, it took me ages to do. And right over here is a brand new building, Concourse A. It's a terminal that only has Quaminese jets in it. Chunk's not loading. And if you notice, right in here, there's just a random spruce wood line, and then there's another random squiggly line. Well, in Quam Quam, it's kind of got like states, but they're basically counties, doing this kind of like what you would find in Britain, where they have counties. And if you're from the States, you know, oh, we got counties inside the States, but not really much on a national division. Well, I'm basically doing this the way how like the English would, is divide the nation up into counties instead of states. And so this street line was just put there from the old airport. Alright? So that was there from the old airport, and now with this new building, it actually crossed that line, and then it was even long enough to cross the other line, which is really funny, and that second line just follows this biome shift. Now, if we head over here to the final concourse in the airport, actually, just for a quick thing, I also put in a secondary runway over here where there's another jet waiting for takeoff. On this other runway, there it is. Oh, there we go, 18 right. But, so not much there, but finally, the last thing to do in this airport is this building, which you will recognize is Building 2 in the Trade Center, and Concourse 2 in the old airport design. I just simply moved it yet again, and so it's got some aircraft here, like here's a Rezaperkin jet, an Albinistani jet, a Bloxnian jet, and a Litzenbergen? I don't know. Give me ideas for that one. So that pretty much puts the airport up in a nutshell. I really want to get through this update pretty quick because there's so much material to get through, but, and then pretty much the main reason why I decided to rebuild this airport yet again is to, make sure the planes can move. Because in the older one, the planes, if they were to try and taxi, they'd run into each other. So here I was actually really diligent on making sure they can taxi and fit in the gates and all. So, let me just hit that key and that key and go to waypoints and go to Galcano. I want to go to 650, 75, I guess, and negative 220. And my T stops working. It's so weird. Like Minecraft keeps on shutting off the chat key, so I have to hit slash. So TP to 650, let's do 75, and negative, let's just go. All that. Okay. So not far from the waypoint. Alright, so here we are in the capital city of Rezaperk, called Galcano. So this is basically an NPC village city, and the building style is based on what you would find in a normal NPC village. So there's a couple stuff to get through here. So over here we just got the casual NPC buildings. Here's an office building that's under construction. Rep Vale and I have been working together on this city, so there'll actually be a couple of buildings that's from the both of us. Like this one is a little grocery store that he made. Actually, I think he might have built more buildings than I have in here. Actually, that is true, which is sad. Or actually, maybe not. I don't know. Here's the first building I built in the town, which it was a farm, and it was just dirt, and I thought, you know what, how about I just get Rep Vale angry and put a building right under it. That was horrible. He actually liked this building, which is kind of funny, actually. So it's just a little restaurant, and then he put in a little pub right next to it, which you can come upstairs, open up this door, and bam, here you're at the little farm. And let me just shut that door, and you can actually do a little bit of parkour if you do this. Just right. Alright, so I'm on this building. I can go up here. Oh, there we go. And then I can also get, like, over here, be a creepy stalker and stalk this guy. Hey, what you doing? What's up? I'm stalking you. Alright, so, yeah, you can do a little bit of that. There's several routes. Here's another structure here, which is just a cramped little apartment building. Every room is really downright tiny, and then there's just a little farm on the roof. Once again. And then here's just another apartment building that Rep Vale has constructed. He's actually a really good architect. I love his work. Whenever he works with me on Quam Quam, I love his buildings. And then just right over here, the city is actually going to come out to here. Just I built this train station here in preparation for such an expansion. And this is going to head out to a nation called Opar, which I need a capital name for that. And it's also gonna head to the capital of that nation. It's gonna go to the capital of the United Civilized States, or the UCS. Then it's gonna go down to the capital of Bloxnia, down to the capital of the San Monican territory, and then finally it will go underground, under the ocean, and it will end up in Albinistan. And then there's another track going from Litzenberg up through two towns that need to be named and a nation that needs to be named, which will then end up in Galcano. So this will actually be really expanding the reach with these two new tracks to northern regions, pretty much, because the original area that I had mapped is the southwestern area of the continent. So now what? I need to go all the way down to Panquita. Okay, now final city, which is always good. Where is Haydn? There we go. So let's do 1,117 or 1,800. TP. What did I say? Let's do 1,090 and then 1,800. Okay. Actually, controls. Yeah, it keeps on saying none for chat, which is really annoying. I don't want 5, I want T. Okay. So, Haydn has had which is the capital name for Panquita. I actually never told you guys that either. There is a lot of work. I've actually built the main track, the track to Panquita thing. I brought it all the way down here. Actually, I should have rode that track. Too bad I didn't. But, so, in Panquita, they're kind of like, they go on the left side of the road, which is always a fun time. And Panquita, it's going to have some resorts, kind of like this building here, all along the beach. And there still needs to be a lot of construction, but here's an office building. And if you remember, all the way back at the beginning of the video, this looks a lot like Tower 3, and this is basically a snapshot on the final product, just it's going to be a lot bigger and cooler. And if you notice, the carpeting is of their national flag. But in Haydn, there's literally 2 streets. This street, and then that street, and then one intersection, which is this roundabout. Really sad, but this street just simply goes underneath this jungle biome to a desert, which will be where the airport will be built. Right over here is the Capitol building. It's got a lot of there's like the room where the president would be like doing all his fun stuff, raising taxes on everybody. And then there's 2 meeting rooms, same thing on the other side. Down here there's probably little rooms for Congress guys or whomever works down there. And then there's 2 small little courtrooms in this building. And if I were to do a pick block anywhere on this structure, it's a silverfish spawner. So pretty much if you want to break into this building, you'll have a fun time with silverfish. So that pretty much wraps up the whole Quam Quam update. Yes, I know, a ton of material. Actually, wait. Hold on. Don't stop watching just yet. I forgot one little detail, which is from Haydn to Meeker into Quam Quam. So basically, this is a complete mess right here, just to get everything flipped back over to the right side of the road. Little bridge, little bridge, little bridge. And that keeps on coming this way, and then it turns, and then just rises up to a massive cable-stayed bridge that crosses the Strait of Panquita, which is the entrance from the ocean to the Gulf of Panquita. Originally that was called the Gulf of Meeker or something like that. And then it's got each national flag. The border's probably cut straight through here. It's kind of cool that you can see Quam Quam and Panquita right here, it shows how narrow this little thing is. And then the road just simply merges up while the track does a cool little thing to get itself out of there, and then this track will come out to Meeker, and this road will become a third highway on here, which will take you all the way back to Quam City. So will this track, completing a circle, so the two routes will be pretty similar. And then we got Meeker, which is yet another NPC village, and I really need to get over here, which you guys have probably known, but about where I got this aircraft carrier here. I think I've told you guys about this, but if not, I'll get that here in a second. It used to be somewhere over here in an unloaded chunk, but now I moved it over here just so ships can enter the Gulf. And then I have my giant Quam Quam rescue ship, which is yet another really long story. So Quam Quam has always been glitchy and annoying, and on the last time I accidentally had a messed up version of single player commands. It kept on having all these chunk errors, like I'd have something built and I'd reload the chunk and whatever was built there was erased and was acting like as if it was the first time it was ever loaded. Really annoying. So I decided to make a rescue ship. Just as I finished it and I reloaded the map, a chunk error went straight through the ship. Really annoyed me. And then I rebuilt another one into it, which is a lot bigger and grander than the other one. I don't want to go into this thing. Alright? It's like 30 meters tall. It's like 182 meters wide and 47 meters wide. It's a big puppy. And I forgot to remove this little system. But, so basically, this aircraft carrier was from, like, 1.7 or 1.8, when I had this air community map. And I had this thing built because I could, and I based it off of a World War II aircraft carrier. But if you notice up here, it's got the Quam Quam diamond, and it kind of looks like a Japanese thing. Well, as I've told you before, the flag was supposed to be a circle, a blue circle on a white flag. This is the first Quamanese flag I've ever made. Or actually on the original, this is just a copy. So, this is the original, almost the original, Quam Quam flag, and I even put a little sign here since this is a little museum now. So it says, this vessel is the first to have the Quam Quam flag. And there's really, like, nothing much in the ship. Well, actually, so it was built for Planes mod, and Better Blocks mod. Well, actually, I did have it in 1.7 because I had Better Blocks mod. And in that mod, I had wool stairs all over the ship, just on a look better. And when I copied this into the current day Quam Quam map, a lot of those wool stairs got replaced with end portals. That was a fun time replacing all those. And I couldn't even destroy the end portal, so I had to MC edit every stair to air, which is really annoying. And then on the stern of the ship sits an old Quamanese space liner. So, there we go. Now we have finished up this update video of Quam Quam. It has been a long journey. Yes, I know, just because I've done so much work, and it probably will be a long time until I make another one of these things. So, as always, did I just forget my outro? Yes, I did. Alright. This is Boecraft, and I bid you all farewell on your life's journeys and adventures. Thanks so much for watching.